everyone, it's Kelsey here, and it's time for the Noble Pages Book Club for February. I am super excited to talk about this book with you guys. I'm doing this with Paige Evans, so make sure I will have her blog linked up below, and it's all on my blog, so make sure you head on over to her blog to catch the other half of the conversation about this month's book, The Rosie Effect, which is a sequel to The Rosie Project, which we read a while back. So anyway, the main thing that I know is going to be like on everyone's mind if they read both books is, which book did you like better? Did you like this book more or less? And Paige is talking about this too, but I wanted to chime in with my 2 cents and say that I did not like this book as well. I wanted to like it, but I felt like it got a little bit tedious in some of the like descriptions, and it was just like a little bit bogged down, I felt like. And I felt like some of the situations, spoiler alert, so if you haven't read the book, don't listen to the rest of this video. I felt like some of the situations, like where he got arrested and then his their friend acted like she was Rosie in front of a counselor. I just thought that was totally unbelievable, even for a fictional novel. And like, it was like funny, but I just felt like it was so far like off that I couldn't believe it. So yeah, I did not like this book as well. I also didn't like it because of some other things that I'll talk about in my discussion questions, but yeah, I really like The Rosie Project a lot better than The Rosie Effect. And I have to admit, The Rosie Project wasn't one of my favorite books. But yeah, I just didn't enjoy reading this one as much. So anyway, on to my discussion questions. So the first question I have is, what did you think of Dawn's group of guy friends and the fact that Dawn was the reason the guys got together and stayed together? I thought this was actually pretty funny. I think everybody needs like a group of friends, whether it's guys, they need their guys group where they like watch sports or, you know, watch Star Trek or play sports or whatever. I think it's really healthy for everyone to have like a group of friends. I have a group of friends that I do a book club with in real life now. I have a great set of coworkers. My best friend from childhood still lives in my hometown, so we get together and talk. I just think it's really important to have those groups of friends. But I think it's super funny that Dawn was the one that like got the group of guys together, and like he was the one that held them together because he's the one that has like social issues. So I thought that was really funny. And it was also one of those things that made me think maybe he isn't on the autism scale. Maybe he doesn't have Asperger's syndrome. Sorry, I know I'm probably pronouncing that incorrectly, but yeah. So I just thought that was a really interesting point that the author worked Dawn into like a social group and how it affected his decisions. I thought that was like really well played out. That was kind of one of my favorite parts of the book. So what did you think of the fact that Rosie didn't trust Dawn to be a good father, and the fact that her feelings about that led Dawn to feel that he wouldn't be a good father? I don't know if that's worded correctly, but I really hated that aspect of the book. That's one of the main reasons I did not like this book very much. I was really angry that Rosie even considered leaving Dawn, and I felt so bad for him that her feelings affected him. Like she made him feel like he wasn't going to be a good father, and he was doing all of these things to try to be a better father and like prepare himself. And yeah, it's not in the traditional sense that most people would, you know, most guys are lifting the heavy things and getting their wife their pregnancy cravings and putting together the crib, and Dawn is tracking it on a tile and trying to come up with a soundproof crib prison thing with his dad. So yeah, he was just doing so much, and he was trying so hard to be like a good parent, and he was trying to really work this into his life, and he's not good with change, and he was trying so hard. And Rosie just, I just felt like she was so much not in the picture throughout the whole book, even though it was her pregnancy. I really wish this book would have had more Rosie in it, since they're like husband and wife. And then the fact that she didn't think he would be a good father really, really upset me and bothered me. I felt like she knew who he was when she married him, and she knew that she wanted a kid. So why would you marry someone that you don't necessarily want to have a kid with, or you don't think would be a good father? I don't know. It really bothered me. So my next question is kind of leading into this too. Do you think Rosie changed from the first book to this one? Did she become more intolerant? And like I was kind of already talking about this. I really don't like who Rosie became. I don't know if she changed. And I know crazy things happen with your hormones during pregnancy, so maybe that part of it could be blamed upon that. But I feel like she knew who he was when she married him. Like, that's the whole thing. Like, you know who your partner is. If your husband changes, then yeah, you can say, this is not the man that I married. She knew who he was and he doesn't change. Like, ugh. So that really bothered me. Really hated Rosie in this book. Darn you, Rosie. And like I said, I do wish that it would have been more of like a partnership. I would have been more interested in reading like how they handled some of like the more boring parts of marriage, like living together and like all those little quirky things that come up even when you're in a regular relationship. I think there would have been more humor in that. Okay. So, last question. When Gene reveals that he has only slept with a handful of women, despite letting his wife believe otherwise, and ending his marriage because of that, what were your thoughts? I was totally disgusted, honestly. I kind of like Gene's character, even though he's got the major flaw of cheating on his wife so many times. And then you find out that he didn't really cheat on his wife so many times, that he's only slept with like 5 people. And, you know, he's destroying not only his marriage, but he's destroying the image of what a husband should be to his little girl. And then his older son hated him, like, would not talk to him for most of the book. And I just want to call a little bit of BS on this. Why would you lie about something? Like, why would you let it be thought that you're a worse person than you are? So many people are trying to be out there and make themselves look better than they are. And you've got this guy that's just like, oh, yeah, here's my secret. I didn't sleep with that many women. What? I mean, I think it's despicable that he slept with any women at all, but his wife accepted his philandering ways for so long, and then to find out that he didn't really do that, I don't know, it bugged me. So yeah, overall, a lot of the reasons, like a lot of the questions that I have, it delves deeper into the fact that I didn't really enjoy this book very much. So yeah, kind of bummed. So that wraps up my half of the discussion question for the Rosie effect. So like I said, make sure and head on over to Paige's blog. I'll link that up below. You definitely want to check out the other half of this discussion. And also leave me your thoughts in the comment section below. Did you like this book? Did you hate it? Did you like it better than the first one? Let me know what you thought. And if you want to answer any of the questions that I went over, definitely leave those in the comment section below. I love talking with you guys about books especially. So yeah, I'm super excited to talk to you guys. And the book for March, I believe we decided on March 28th, but I will verify that below. So the book for March 28th is Big Little Lies by Leanne. I cannot remember her last name. Oh my gosh, I forgot it. Anyway, the title of the book is called Big Little Lies. I read it a couple months ago, and I'm super excited to reread it because it was a really good book, and I really liked her first book that I read, The Husband's Secret. Anyway, she's a really good author. I'm really excited to reread it and discuss it with you guys in March. So, Big Little Lies. Go check it out at your library. Look for it on your Kindle, wherever you get your books. Make sure and check this one out because it's a really good one and you don't want to miss the discussion. So, thanks so much for watching, guys, and I will see you guys again soon. Have a great day, everyone.